What's happening, guys? So, I'm back with a live stream that I did not plan on doing, but I ended up planning on doing it today because of all the people with loser mindsets in my comments about the video I did. The clip where I clipped rants talking about how you're not the best in Europe if you become the champions of it. And I had a lot of people with the same loser type mindset where I'll happily be classed as the best without winning the prize, basically. That kind of mindset. Now, I would have streamed this on my laptop, but because of where I'm parked and tethering my phone to the laptop, the connection would have been bad, so I've had to use my phone instead. So I'm gonna have to paraphrase what was being said in my comments, and then I'm going to talk about, will Chelsea win the league? I'm going to be talking about that, and the reason why I'm going to be talking about that is because we've been putting the pressure on for 2 seasons now, and I did say in God knows which videos it were that for all we know, Chelsea might come out of nowhere and leapfrog us. I can see it being one of them seasons because I can't see us winning the league should Man City fall off, because we'll fall off with them. Us being us, we won't win it when we should, right? And then I'm going to talk about Arteta striking again, right? Because he did strike again with his decision making at Fulham. So those are the things that we're going to talk about in this live stream tonight. So let me just so Kurt was in the building. I don't know if he's still here. David Coote has been sacked. Unlucky for him. Big up to why not Arteta is a loser, so are you for backing him, Cook? Emery's still the guy, YG. He's not. I told you he's not. He ain't the guy. I mean, he ain't the guy. But this ain't about Emery anyway. But big up to you being in here. But we're gonna talk about no YG. Past 2 years after being called by City, Pep, and the Conquer Cockroaches. Yeah, putting on the pressure. It basically, we're challenging for the league twice in a row, putting pressure on FC, because that's the best we can do. Big up to Static in the building. So yeah, what we can do is we're going to talk about the title. So let's talk about it. Sick of them sweatsuits and them corny hats. Let's talk about it. So I made a video. Well, the video that I clipped from a stream that I did, reacting to, laughing at Man United fans. There was a segment in there when Rance was on with Lee Gunner on a stream, and Rance's logic was that you're not the best in Europe if you just win the Champions League. You're only the best in Europe if you win the Champions League and your league title. So remember, this is coming from a Man United fan who twice that he's seen United win the Champions League, they've won the league title with it. So this is where this mindset will come from. See what I'm saying? And my argument is that if you win the number one prize, you are now the best. I don't get how I've got people with loser mindsets in my comments trying to argue otherwise, right? So I had some slick people in my comments talking about, whoa, who was best in Euro 2004, mate? Greece, because they won it. Dumbass. Like people who tried the whole, also was Greece the best in 2004 then? They're trying to catch you out so that you'll backtrack. And it's like, no, fam. What I said stays. Greece won the Euros in 2004, right? Therefore, they became European champions. So of all the nations, they are the best. They won it. But these loser mindsets will want to go by, well, Greece didn't play every single nation, and there's other nations that would have beaten them. There's other nations that are better than them. Do you not think Portugal, man for man, back in 2004, man for man is better than Greece? Yes, they are. Right? Portugal, that we know Portugal facing Greece, right? In a friendly in that period or whatever, probably would have beaten them 9 times out of 10, probably. But when it really mattered in Portugal, right, Greece came out on top. So therefore, Greece are the champion. Were the champions of Europe. Therefore, they are the best in Europe. They are the champions. I don't want to hear on this loser mindset of, oh no, but they did better. They just didn't win on the night. They're the best. Fam, they didn't win. Anybody else but Greece didn't win the Euros in 2004. And then I had some slick people trying to say, don't tell me that you're saying that when Wigan won FA Cup in 2013, mate, that they were best in country. The FA Cup. Let me talk about the FA Cup. Let me just hang on a minute. I'm gonna spoon feed you, man, right? So open wide, right? So when a team wins, open your mouth, the FA Cup, which is the second best English trophy you can win, yeah, right? You win that, you are the second best in the country, right? Not this whole bullshit about, oh, if you finish second in the Premier League, you're the second best in the country. No, fam. If you didn't win anything, it's irrelevant. Your shit's irrelevant if you did not win. I do not get what is so hard to grasp. But if you talk to people who have a loser mindset, they will argue against Wigan or the FA Cup winners being the second best in the country. There's a reason the Community Shield is held by the first and second best. They don't go by the league title winners and then second place unless the team that won the league won the double. In my opinion, it should go to the League Cup winners. Because winning the League Cup is better than finishing second with nothing, right? There's a reason why Wigan were in it, because they won the FA Cup. They didn't say, oh, well, even though you got relegated and whatever, you weren't that good, we'll just give it to Man City, who finished second in 2013. It didn't work like that. It didn't work like that. So one question that hasn't been answered, right, when I've been replying to these people with a loser mindset, a question that hasn't been answered is, if obviously they don't think that winning the FA Cup, winning Europa League makes you the second best in the so basically winning Europa League doesn't make you second best according to these man. Winning the FA Cup won't make you the second best. So what does it make you? That's what I want to know. What does it make it if you win the Europa League? Because if you win the Champions League, you're the best in Europe. You're the champion of Europe, right? These people with a loser mindset would then have the runners up to the Champions League being the second best in the country. No, fam, they're the first losers. Or should I say they're the best losers. And this is what football has turned into, because teams are getting rewarded for not actually winning. Not actually winning what we're there for, basically. So it breeds this mindset of, I could be playing really good and I'm ranked higher than the team that actually won because of say so. You know what I mean? So if we just go in, let's just go in order here. Let's just go in order. If you win the Premier League, let's just stick with England. If you win the Premier League, you are the best in England. You're the champion of England. The FA Cup, right, makes you the second best in England, right? And then the EFL Cup makes you the third best, because when you win the EFL Cup, 92 teams compete in the EFL Cup, right? And the champion of that is the champion of all 92 teams. So it's like, I'm looking at 92 Football League teams. I'm looking at the rest of the 91, and I'm better than you all because I won the Football League Cup, right? Then you go to the FA Cup, Football Association. So out of all football in England, right? I'm better than you all because I won it. And then when it comes to the Premier League now, which is the top elite league in England, the top league, if I win that, I'm the champions of everybody in England. That's clear as day. But the loser mindsets have it as if you finish second and win nothing, just finishing second, they'll just if you just finish second, regardless, you're the second best. That's how they have it. And it's like end of the day, it's about winning. You're all there to try and win the prize. But because you get money and you get to play in an elite European competition in the Champions League for finishing first to fourth, but even though second, third, and fourth shouldn't get it, right? Because of that, this is how people can look at winning the League Cup and the FA Cup as nothing, because you get bare money alone for qualifying to play in the Champions League. Is there anybody that disagrees with what I'm saying so far? Big up to Rod Foster in the building. Yeah, get the likes up, people. Get the likes up. Arteta again trying to fix something that was never broken in the first place. This will never end. I'm gonna get on to Arteta in a second. I tend to agree with rants, i.e. Chelsea finished sixth. You finished sixth, yeah, but they won they won 2 trophies in 2012 and they won the Champions League. Like, I won't give a shit. I would take finishing 14th and getting what Chelsea got that season. You know what I mean? Being the champions of Europe, nobody cares if they didn't get top 4. Nobody cares. They don't care. What's international football and Euro got to do with club football? Thing is, people look to desperately win an argument, in my opinion. Yeah, it was brought up. It was to try and trump my argument. But in my opinion, 2 things can be true. Greece was the winner, but I imagine France, Portugal, Spain had better teams, but international football is different for me. Yeah, like, obviously France were the holders of Euros before Greece won it in 2004, right? And it's like, every man and their dog knows that they are better than Greece. But because Greece won the Euros, they are now the best, or were the best at that time. I won it, type of thing. Greece would be like, I won it. Because if you lot were so great, you lot would have won it. Greece won it. You know what I mean? So how good Portugal, France, Spain were at that time is irrelevant now. It's not. It's irrelevant. You know what I mean? It's like they didn't win. David Cooper's been sacked. I'm glad. Yeah, I saw your comment earlier. If Liverpool or Chelsea wins the league this season, Arteta definitely should be sacked, because Arteta's been an Arsenal almost 5 years. It's been 5 years, and Liverpool, Chelsea have only just had their managers. Yeah, I'm gonna get onto that. I'm gonna get onto that. Winning Europa League would, in my opinion, make you the best of the second tier competition, as I believe that the runners up of the Champions League, the Premier League competition would slap the winner of the Europa. Depends, but that's irrelevant. If it's irrelevant because, let's say Arsenal win the Europa League, right, and Liverpool are runners up in the Champions League. I don't care if Liverpool would slap Arsenal in any game. Like, let's say, for example, Liverpool beat us twice this season, right? And we're in Europa League. Liverpool become runners up in the Champions League, and Arsenal win the Europa League. Sorry, Liverpool, but we're the second best in Europe. Not you for being runners up. You're the best loser. You're the top tier first loser. If that scenario played out, you know what I mean? Like, Europa League is second tier to the Champions League. There's a reason why, when it comes to the UEFA Super Cup, it's the Champions League winners and the Europa League winners, not the Champions League winners and then the Champions League runners up. It don't work like that. You know what I mean? Major embarrassment if Chelsea win it. Yeah, you would agree with me, Kurt, because you support a club that has a winning mindset. You know what I mean? And you guys win. You guys win trophies. Everybody else is looking at it and falling into this trap or falling into this notion of other teams are better than the teams that win. You don't have to be the best to win it. Like, you don't have to be the best. Like, Chelsea weren't the best when they won the Champions League, but they became the best when they did win it. You know what I mean? You're the champion of Europe, for example. Like this whole bullshit that where if you win just the Champions League, you're not the best in Europe just because you didn't win your domestic league. So that means in 2012 then Chelsea won the Champions League, Man City won the Premier League. I think Borussia Dortmund won the Bundesliga, and I don't know who else won their leagues. So who was the best in Europe then? With that logic, you know what I mean? Facts. If City finished sixth this season, won the FA Cup and the Champions League, won't care because it's two trophies. Exactly. You know what I mean? Exactly. I'm 51 next week. What a joke since leaving Highbury. Had to watch Chelsea dominate, and now it's happening again. Yeah, this is the thing. You've been around for a long time, right? So you've seen things come and go, teams come and go, and everything like that, right? Imagine seeing us dominate, to see Chelsea take over, to see Man U continue to dominate again, to then seeing City do it, to then see Leicester win that league title, to see Chelsea have a little bit of success here and there in the league, right? And then Liverpool, Man City, and now we're potentially going to see Chelsea again. It's madness. No one can defend Arteta anymore. It's clear as day as Arteta will never take us to the promised land. He needs to go by the end of the season. Big up to Daniel. He needs to be gone. He's saving grace right now. He's saving grace right now. And when I say saving grace, I don't mean for me. I mean for the toxic positive fans. His saving grace is the EFL Cup. But I don't. We won't win that. We won't win the EFL Cup. Big up to Warren in the building. Maybe they should stop rewarding big money to top four teams and reward it only for the trophy winners. Then maybe this losing mindset will just F off. They all they care about is the money, is the moolah. Yeah, and I was saying this to my brother yesterday. Of the mindset. Like, if people knew you had to win a trophy to be in the Champions League, right? Which really, that's how it should be. That's really how it should be, right? Really, really, you should have to win the FA Cup and the League Cup also to get into the Champions League. Realistically, right? But we know that will never happen. But that's how it should be. But if teams knew that, they'll do more to try and win the trophy. They'll do more. Even the smaller clubs, they'll do more. You'll get small teams that'll rest their best players. Small teams like your Brightons and them, your Bournemouths and them. Then they'll do that in the EFL Cup. It's like, fam, if anything, this is the only thing you can win right now. You know what I mean? This is the EFL Cup. All the lesser teams in the Premier League really should be fighting, busting the ass for the EFL Cup at least. It comes round first, but there's more value in everything else if they want incentive. Did you start your Arsenal career mode yet? Sign out a team? No. I'm back home on Wednesday, so on Wednesday I'll be I'm gonna get started. I just had to do a warm up session again because the first game I played, obviously I've played on world class on my previous FIFA, and obviously it saves it in your EA account. So I'm playing Spurs now, and I went 1-0 down straight away. Managed to equalise, went to golden goal, still no goals, went to penalties, and then lost on penalties. So then I restarted the match because I thought, I ain't having this. And then I think I went 1-0 up. Yeah, I think. Or no, they went 1-0 up, and then I came back 2-1, and I was winning 2-1, and then Spurs was beating me 5-2, and I just rage quit. So then when I came back on, it was on semi-pro because the dumbed it down for me because I was getting my ass whooped. But I'm unprofessional at the moment, so I'm gonna see how I do with that because FIFA's getting a bit dumb. Chelsea fans can't moan about Arsenal for scoring corners when they score a corner in the UCL final against Bayern Munich. Exactly. Same with United in '99. Both I checked on my stream. Both goals of United were both from corners. How ironic is that? The biggest problem in the Arsenal fan base is that Don Robbie. It's not just him. It's people with his mindset as well. Obviously, he's a big problem in terms of the toxic positivity because he runs a channel that has what? How many million subscribers? Is it 2 million or something? And there's a lot of people in that have this mindset where if we finish second again, why get rid of Arteta? Yet these were the same man that said get rid of Southgate. Back-to-back Euro finalists with England, and that wasn't good enough. That ain't good enough for Don Robbie and them. But back-to-back second place finishes with nothing, or one with a shield, but with nothing was good enough for them, man. It's unbelievable. It used to be league winners and runners up. Should be this way still. What do you mean the Community Shield? You know about the Community Shield? Didn't stop Swansea winning the League Cup exactly. And the thing is, we were in the quarterfinals that year, and then we got knocked out by Bradford. That was when I was Wenger out. Late 2012. That was when I first posted on Facebook Wenger out because I thought to myself, nah, fam, this ain't the Arsenal that we know. Losing to Bradford, a League Two side. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's crazy. It's just crazy. But yeah, and now imagine if Bradford had beaten Swansea in that final. Bradford would have been the third best team in the country. Hence, by winning the trophy. Because if winning the Premier League makes you the best, what does winning the FA Cup and League Cup make you? Because it has to make you the best at something. It has to make the League Cup and the FA Cup has to make you the best at something. Every man and his dog agrees. If you win the Premier League, you're the best in England. So by definition, then the FA Cup is the second best trophy, and the EFL Cup is the third best trophy. So by definition, second best, third best. This is why I don't agree with the runners up to the Premier League going in the Community Shield because the team above them won the double. The only way second place should go in the Community Shield is if the team that wins the league wins the domestic treble. That'll be the only way that you can then drop it down to second place to be in it. You know what I mean? Most Arsenal fans I know want Wenger out after the 8-2 to Man United. For me, it started with that Bradford one. Because when we lost the League Cup final to Birmingham in 2011, I wasn't even Wenger out then. I felt he should have gone. I personally felt he should have left. When we got to the Champions League and the FA Cup semi-final in 2009, when he took us to those two semi-finals, I thought after them maybe Wenger should just give up, should just leave now. But I didn't want him out until we lost to Bradford. It was just, when we lost on penalties to Bradford, I thought, nah, fuck this guy. You know what I mean? And I knew that him staying, I knew what he'd come to, and it came to what exactly I predicted. That we wouldn't get top four anymore. We'd be in Europa League, and I said I'd rather be in that anyway because we look like we could do more in that than the Champions League. The 8-2 United was what made me Wenger out. I was already on thin ice with him, but that game did it. Yeah, I mean, But yeah, anyways, so the next portion is Chelsea, right? So we're going to talk about Chelsea Football Club. So just imagine, no, it was only a few years ago Chelsea won the Champions League, by the way. It was only a few years ago. And they almost mimicked the double that they won in 2012. But this time, they lost the FA Cup final, but then went on to go and win the Champions League, right? As soon as Abramovich left, it looked like Chelsea the spell was wearing off, and we got the Chelsea back that we all knew. But then Todd Bowley, he did the you could call it the smart thing, really, buying players, putting them on big contracts and everything like that, selling a lot of players, basically having a two whole squad of a team, and now they've got a manager, a championship manager, may I add, that's now using these players to the best of his ability, to the point where they are second in the table. Now, for me, Chelsea have zero excuse not to win anything. Like, if you've got a squad that big, you have to be taking trophies. You have to be. Chelsea being Chelsea, because what we've been used to with Chelsea is trophies come to them. Right? It's like there's a magnetic force, and the trophies are just coming into them. If the league title is between Liverpool and Chelsea, Chelsea will win the league. Because when it's close with Liverpool, like I said, when the title's close with Liverpool, they don't win it. So Liverpool will have to prove everybody else wrong, that when it's close, we can actually do it, kind of thing, right? If it's between Chelsea and Liverpool, let's put it this way: if Chelsea are in the mix, which they are, right, against Arsenal and Liverpool, Chelsea will win it. You know what I mean? Liverpool, the only thing we know of Liverpool, right, is that it takes them being 20 plus points clear for them to win the league, to the point where it's impossible now. They're not going to lose 10 games in a row or some shit like 2020. Everybody knew before lockdown. Obviously, there are 2 games. They only needed to win 2 games before lockdown. Every man and his dog knew Liverpool were not going to just collapse and not win any games anymore. You know what I mean? Draw a load of games, lose a load of games. It wasn't going to happen. But Liverpool need that, in my opinion, because that's the only way they've shown that they can do it. I don't know who Arteta thought he was, trying to tell Slot how to win the league or whatever it was. I don't know who he thinks he is. Fam, you didn't win it. 2 occasions. Let's not forget what you did in April 2023, my friend. Let's not forget what you did. Well, April 2024. And now look. You know what I mean? Let's roll on. Let's just transition over to the Arteta now and his decision making. Yeah? The same guy. He starts Partey at right back against Fulham. A ground that we lost that last season, and Fulham have shown that they are about that life when it comes to sticking it on us. And he chose in that game, let me put Partey at right back because I don't want to put Tini on. I don't want to put Lewis Skelly there. See what I mean? Again, if he's doing this now, watch what he'll do in April. Watch what he'll do in April. Arteta's doing this now. Big December, and he's making those decisions now. I guarantee you, Tini's gone in January. I think that's the first thing we'll do. We'll sell Tini in January. I think Arteta might play him in the League Cup against Crystal Palace, but he's selling him in January. That's what he's going to do. And watch. A crucial game in April, watch. He's going to put Partey right back again. Watch. This is what he does. And this is what I mean about him. Why would you put Partey at right back? Right? Put our best midfielder we have at right back because you didn't want to play Kieran Tierney. What is his beef with Kieran Tierney at this point? You want to put Timber there. Timber has been killing it at right back. No, let me just piss around and let me move things around that I don't need to do. What did I tell you, man, about Arteta? This is what he does. This is him. That's why I don't want him here. This is what he does. And he'll do it again. And you Arteta ins, if you don't know, now you know, right? Now you know. It's a shambles.
It's embarrassing. It's a disgrace. That's what it is, a disgrace.
Just think about it. I want you guys to think about it. Our best midfielder, I'm going to move him out of midfield to play him at right back because I want to play a right back at left back because I don't want to play an actual left back at left back. You couldn't make this up. You couldn't make this up.
What the fuck, y'all? God damn! God damn! God damn!
What?
Fuck!
Chelsea need a decent goalkeeper and a centre back. Yep, they do. That's all they need, really. They need to tighten the defence, and yeah, they need a goal. Basically, Chelsea kind of remind me of us in 2022-23 season. Apart from our defence, man for man, was good. Apart from Zinchenko on that left hand side, hence we were conceding goals after 1 minute from his side, right? But we were playing sexy football. We were blitzing teams, but we were conceding goals. And Chelsea concede goals. So that's the only thing that can let Chelsea down this season is the conceding goals. They might score 4, but they'll concede 3, type of thing. And that could get to them. But the thing is, we're not in any position to capitalize on anything. Because look at how we are. If we were in the form of last season, the back end of last season, right now, chasing Chelsea while they're conceding goals like that, there'd be more hope that we can do something. But we're not in it. We've kept like 1 clean sheet in 7 away games or something like that. I think I saw something like that or whatever it is. It's nothing like last season now. Nothing like last season. Facts, bro. Unfortunately, must go. Hope you're feeling better now. Take care. Yeah, big up to you. I'm at the back end of this chest infection, so yeah. Hopefully I'll be even better soon. It's not a good time to get chest infection. Well, no time's a good time, but big up to you anyway. Honestly, at this point, I think I want Chelsea Liverpool to win league just to show. The thing is, if it gets rid of Arteta at this point, what happens. It's gonna hurt either way. But I don't want Chelsea to win the league. But like I said, if it's not gonna be us, I'd rather it be Liverpool. I also found in the comments the other day, I disagree with him when he said Arteta took Arsenal from relegation to title challenging, acting like Arsenal was 17. Yeah. From relegation to that's the old chestnut that they come out with. It's because we were bottom at one point, and it's like, fam, like we weren't there all season. You know what I mean? We weren't in the relegation zone all season. We were just there for a bit because we started off poorly and we weren't winning and anything like that. But Arteta took us from that to the best bottlers that we can be. It's not like he won EFL Cups here, FA Cups here, the odd Europa League there. If he were doing that, fine. You know what I mean? We just watched Man United get rid of Ten Hag, who had a 100% win rate of trophies in 2 seasons. And when I say 100% win rate, I mean, each season he won a trophy. So his rate of winning a trophy in a season was 100% at Man United, and that wasn't good enough for them. Because why? Because of what he was doing in the league. Somebody in my comment said, mention Ten Hag. Can't remember what they said now. I can't remember what they put. I don't know if they put, so was Ten Hag the best or something like that. Or something. I can't remember what they said. But Ten Hag, I think it was something about, well, I replied anyway, saying that I would have had Ten Hag on thin ice, and I would have given him this season to see what he does, because he had 100% win. He had 100% trophy success rate at Man United in both his seasons that he was there. So to put into context, going by that, the chances of Ten Hag winning United another trophy this season is significantly higher than Arteta doing it, because Ten Hag did it in his last 2 seasons. So I would have, if it was me, if Ten Hag was at Arsenal, right, and he came in and won the EFL Cup and then won the FA Cup, but he was doing poor in the league and all that shit like he was for Man United, I would have been Ten Hag in. I would have seen what he'd do this season, because I'll say it's not acceptable to be getting brushed in the Premier League season like that by your rivals and everything like that, and blah blah blah. But if you're coming away with a trophy, fam, you're doing your job elsewhere. Like, you might not be doing it in the Premier League, but you're doing it in the cups. And the more you win trophies, the more the trophy amount stacks up against your record, right? I would have been like, right, let's see what you do this season then, because you're on thin ice otherwise. Because yes, we do know that him winning the EFL Cup and the FA Cup papered over cracks, but end of the day, he was winning trophies. The trophies should have kept him there until he stopped winning them. But now they've got rid of him. For all we know, they might go back to square one. And I'm saying it now for any United fans that might be in here or might watch this. I'm telling you right now, try doing what we're doing and not winning any trophies. You will look back at Ten Hag and you'll be like, this guy won us trophies. Especially if you're seeing teams around you winning trophies. I'm telling you try not winning anything, right? But playing good football, winning nothing, and watching Liverpool, Man City, Chelsea, even us win trophies around you. Try that. Guarantee you'll tap out quicker than what you did with Ten Hag. You think that was bad? Finishing 3rd and 8th with 2 trophies. You thought that was bad? You know what I mean? Since Arteta won us the FA Cup in 2020. What? You know what I mean? 8th. Whoa, we finished 8th again. 5th, 2nd. At Man United, if Amorim finishes 8th this season, right, and he finishes 8th again next season, right, he's not going to get the chance to finish 5th, 2nd. He ain't going to get that chance. United fans will tap out. Until that Arsenal fan is Arteta in and still backs him, when I don't know why I'm so confused. This fan base is riddled with them, to be fair. You know what I mean? Honestly, I think I want Chelsea Liverpool to go win the league now, just to show Arteta up and hopefully make him walk, because I know our club won't sack him unless we are the top 4 or gets to Emery levels. If Chelsea or Liverpool win the league, you've heard Robbie himself say that he wouldn't sack Arteta. So if Arteta doesn't decide to leave, I don't think Arsenal would sack him. Therefore, if we finish 2nd, that'll be good enough for this fan base. He's gonna have to not get top 4. That's the only way. Not get top 4 and Spurs finish above us. I think if that happens, say it happens twice in a row, I think that'll do it. But otherwise, as long as he's getting Champions League football and putting the pressure on now, because now putting the pressure on is the new top four for us. It used to be get fourth, we're good enough. Now it's pressure on. So maybe, I don't know, would finishing third do it? Finishing fourth do it? I don't know. But Chelsea got a better attack than Arsenal. Well, the other, I think the other night, I was asked, I can't remember who asked me, do I think Arsenal have a better midfield than Chelsea? And at first I was like, oh no, Chelsea have a better midfield. But then the bias in me kicked in. And I was like, no, I think Arsenal do. But seeing what Chelsea did to Spurs like that, 2-0 down, the way Enzo's turning up, Caicedo, the way he's been playing, and notice how Maresca had Caicedo at right back, but then he moved him back in midfield. Arteta, take note. Maresca saw that shit wasn't working. But you can't. All right. Anyways, yeah, I think the only thing we've got better than Chelsea is our goalkeeper and our defense. If you give us Chelsea's midfield and attack, you know what I mean? Who knows? Or if you give them our defense and goalkeeper, you know what I mean? But when I'm seeing Enzo score the goal that he scored against Spurs like that, I'm thinking, which one of our midfielders would score like that? You know what I mean? In a game like that. I think since we palmed Chelsea 5-0, we woke the giant up as they've been on a run since. Yeah, because they finished last season all right, did Chelsea. And now that they've made a change, because either Poch left or he was sacked, I can't remember which way around it was. They got Maresca in, a championship manager. Imagine Arteta is going to lose the league to either a championship manager or a manager that posed in his managerial photo like he was auditioning for Dancing on Ice. Just imagine that. Just imagine. You got Slot out here, right? Taking Pep's place. You got Maresca out here, right? Just came fresh into the Premier League, and he's already doing this. Y'all better pray, you know. Y'all toxic positive fans, y'all better pray, you know. Even as a City fans, Chelsea got a better attack than us because it's only Haaland who scores goals. Yeah, City look like the deteriorating. Like, I know you got that Savinho guy, but he ain't even scoring. Has he even made an assist? I know he hasn't scored yet. It just seems like something's missing at City. There's a big hole or something like that. Obviously, it's a Manchester derby next. You know, both Manchester clubs need a win. That's going to be an interesting game. That it's going to be an interesting game. The Manchester derby. It's going to be interesting. I mean, obviously, if I'm going to think that we're going to do anything this season, obviously, realistically, I'm going to want Man United to win that game. But I don't believe we'll do anything this season. Apart, the only thing I believe is we'll win the FA Cup. That's the only thing I believe. Because I believe that's the only thing Arteta is good enough to get his team to win. And if he can't get this team that he spent a lot of money on to even win that and come away with this season with nothing, I don't know how you can excuse it. I really don't know how you can excuse it. It'll be astounding if Arteta sees next season and is left this season with nothing. Got 5 in the league, but he needs to start scoring. All right. Oh wait, I missed that comment. I can't comprehend the delusional fans like Robbie and other fans who believe everything is good and that we don't need a striker. They fall for the whole. Havertz scores a goal here and there. Therefore, why we don't need a striker. They fall for it. Hook, line, and sinker. They fall for it. Like I said, I don't care if Saka scores 10 goals in 3 games. I don't care. Get me a striker in January. If Arsenal get a striker in January, Isak, Gyökeres, for example, I will genuinely believe these men are actually Arsenal Football Club actually is trying to win the league, and they're actually looking at Chelsea and Liverpool thinking, no, we can't have that. I will genuinely believe that. But in January, I could see us selling Tina in January. And if we recruit anybody, it won't be a striker. Maybe Arteta, maybe he takes his versatility too far. Maybe he's looking for a striker that can play across the front three. This versatility shit pisses me off because Arteta does not take advantage of it for the good. Versatility to him is, I'm going to turn you into a player that's playing in a position that you're not. Not I can play there type shit, right? Because we all saw Timber. We all knew Timber as a centre back and a right back. Arteta was the one that was like, oh no, you can be a left back as well. For me, centre backs like Kivior and Calafiori would be better as holding midfielders, number 6s. They play better there. He'll never put them there though. He'll never put him there. Kivior has actually played there before for his previous club. He won't put him there. Zinchenko, he's a midfielder. Has Arteta ever put him there? Nope. This is what I mean. He doesn't use the versatility for how he should be using it. Martinelli can play as a number 9. He hasn't put him there since, 2021? See what I'm saying? He doesn't take advantage of it, but he'll put Havertz in midfield in a fucking heartbeat. Excuse my language. He'll put Havertz in midfield in a heartbeat. Again, what does this come down to? Decision making. Don Robbie thinks Kai Havertz is the guy. That's why he doesn't want a proper striker, because Kai Havertz is really number 10. Havertz is useless in midfield. Thoughts on Newcastle apparently want 80 million something for Bruno G. I mean, he's a good midfielder. Yeah, I mean, them wanting no less than that, I can't really knock him because he's a good midfielder for him, and they're going to have it as well. If you really want him, you have to pay this much. You know what I mean? When you ask fans like Robbie when he'd beat Arteta out, etc., it's just, it depends on the context. Mocking his voice or some kind of waffle. Yeah, it's a never-ending cycle. He was quick to want Southgate out of England for the same shit that we want Arteta out for, essentially. You can look back at it. Robbie said, he's took us to 2 Euro finals now and he hasn't got over the line. So get rid of him and get a manager in that can get us over the line. In so many words, he said that, right? Hold on a minute. Can't forget it. In so many words, he said it.
I've seen him do it.
You know what I mean? Yeah, when it's Arteta now, it's all this shit about, Pep needs to leave, mate. Well, fam, Pep's chilling in 4th right now, or wherever he is. Slot is number 1. Maresca, number 2. Now what? Pep's checked out, fam. So what's the excuse now? You know what? What would be the excuse? What do we think, right? What do we think the excuse would be if we were to win the league? What do you think that fans like Robbie will be saying?
Just help me to
understand.
I mean, what would actually be the excuse? Robbie will say at the end of the season and next season, it depends on the context. Yep. Big up to Wayne Hennessy in the building, crying to me and I'm not having it. Literally cried yesterday. I mean, I want to let Arsenal get me to that stage, but yeah, it's a shambles. But what do we think the excuse will be? Because we've all heard the whole, we're close, nearly there. Then we're hearing Pep needs to leave. But if say we finish above Pep, if we finish above Man City, and we finish second, right? What would the excuse be then? It'd be interesting, wouldn't it? What would they say? So let's say if Chelsea or Liverpool win the league and we finish second. What is it going to be? Slot needs to leave. Maresca needs to leave. You know what I mean? Because like I said, right, when it was Southgate for England, right, these men were accepting it. These men couldn't accept that. My cousin just texted me saying that we'll come fourth this season. Even Troops is Arteta out now. I need to see someone like him get through to Robbie. I mean, there's no getting through to Robbie. Right, not right now. Not right now. I don't think. I think for the channel, I think they're too scared now to go down that route of wanting the manager out vocally. For all we know, Robbie might actually want Arteta out behind closed doors, but he just won't say it on the Span channel. I know. Yeah, my cousin texts me, it's nearly Christmas and we've only won 8 league games. Let me just, yeah. So this is where we are. But it's going to be interesting. Anyways, I'm going to leave it here. Like the video, share the video, comment, subscribe to the channel, follow all the socials. The link is in the description below. Obviously follow the follow the Twitch channel. It's in the description. I'm actually streaming on Twitch at the same time as well. So any live streams I do on YouTube like this will go to Twitch as well. But yeah, Twitch is where I'm going to be doing the FIFA streaming until I can work out how I can stream from my Xbox straight to YouTube. Because I've seen some complicated way, and it's like I'm not paying an extra service just to be able to stream on YouTube. Because I know on PlayStation you can stream straight to YouTube because it's built into their thing, just like Twitch is for Xbox. But yeah, Twitch is where the FIFA Guanins is going to be happening for now. And yeah, on Wednesday I'm going to start my FIFA career of doing what Arteta couldn't. Right? So we're going to be in phase 1, fam. So let's see how many phases it's going to take me on FIFA to achieve what Arteta has. Right? So I need to beat an FA Cup and 2 Shields. I need to beat that. You know what I mean? That's all I need to do. I need to win more than that. You know what I mean? If I win the league title, that trumps that. You know what I mean? But yeah, Tottenham lost more games than Everton. I've lost more games than Everton. What, they've actually lost more games than Everton?
Ah!
Christ. No wonder you rarely see Troops on there now, despite him leaving a few years ago anyway. It's turning, it's probably feels it's turned into a clown show. You know what I mean? So he's probably like, I don't want no part of that. No, so I've done FIFA on his YouTube channel, but I'm not sure how we've done that. There's a way to do it. It's just I'm just trying to find the least complicated way. But yeah, I'll try and get it to YouTube as well. But I'm still gonna keep the Twitch channel anyway. So anytime I stream now, any live stream I do is gonna be live streaming simultaneously on Twitch anyway. So I'm looking to gain Twitch followers at the same time. But anyways, I'll leave it here. The match preview for Wednesday night's game. I bet you win Arsenal Lee in our first season, yeah. And I'll do what Arteta's gonna watch Slot or Maresca do. You know what I mean? Win a league title in the first try in phase 1. But yeah, so I'll be back for the match preview of the Monaco game at the Emirates Stadium, which we play on Wednesday night, and I'll record that tomorrow. I don't know if I'll go live for it. I think I'll just do it as a pre-recorded video. But yeah, like the video, share the video, comment, subscribe to the channel, follow the socials. Links in the description below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
And if anyone wants to have a come at me,
come and find me. I'm in the car park now.
Because I'm a black belt in karate.
Stop the cap.
Come and have a pop.
I don't think you have the facilities for that, big man.